our next act. This is a pleasure to bring up this man, because it's just a pleasure. You might recognize him from, he was on Evening at the Improv, Comedy on the Road, and he won an Oscar. A big hand for Troy Kotsur.
Hello, everyone. Hello, I'm happy to be here. My name is Troy Kotsur. It's interesting. So, I would like to thank Flappers and thank GLAD for inviting me tonight and giving me this opportunity to be here. I met this old man who was blind, and he told me a story, and he said, when I'm old and it's my time, and my time is getting near to pass away, I would like to be buried with the thing that I have the closest relationship to, which is my cane. I have such a bond with it. And so this old man was buried with his cane, rest in peace. And I had another friend who uses a wheelchair, he's a wheelchair user, and he had such a bond with his wheelchair. And when it was his time to pass, he decided to be buried with that wheelchair he had that special bond with, and he rested in peace. When I have a good relationship with my interpreter, he might run away when it's my time, and I'll be lonely in my casket. Quite often, a lot of hearing people ask me some stupid questions from their hearing perspective, like, can deaf people drive? Not only can I drive, I can smoke, sign, and drive at the same time. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with that? And people also have asked me, can deaf people have sex? And what am I going to do with my massive phone? Hold on, I got a call. And now, another stupid question was, can I read Braille? And so I said, I wouldn't mind giving it a try. Let's see if I can read Braille. Let's see how this goes. My first word in Braille is titties. Hey, I need some more oil. Anyone got any lotion? Some KY? Oh yeah, here we go. I drove to San Francisco recently, and they have a pretty strong hippie community there. And so I went into a coffee shop, into a Starbucks, and I walked in, and through the door I bump into this hippie guy. And this guy had a Bible in one hand, and a cup of coffee in his other hand. We bumped into each other, and he said something to me. And I said, hey, I don't know what you're saying, I'm deaf. And he goes, huh? And I go, yeah, okay. And then I went to get my cup of coffee. I ordered my coffee, and I saw this guy looking at me through the window. And it felt a bit creepy. So I put my cream and sugar in my coffee, went outside, and sure enough, this guy comes up to me again. And he's staring at me, and he's saying, you really can't hear? And I said, well, yeah, I'm deaf. And he goes, hold on a second. And he starts raising his hand to my face and cups one of my ears. And he starts muttering a prayer. And this is in front of everybody. Everybody, one guy's working on his laptop, another person's drinking their coffee, someone's having breakfast, and everyone starts staring in our direction as this guy is muttering with his hand cupped on my ear. Of course, I'm quite embarrassed. And I just played along. I kept my mouth shut because this is pretty common that I run into these stupid hearing people out there. That's just a fact. No offense, no offense. I kept my mouth shut. And after he was finished, he looked at me and he goes, "What now? Can you hear now?" And I said, "No." It didn't work. And so he sets his Bible down. And now he cups both of my ears with his hands. I'm like, oh shit, there we go. And in front of everybody in the coffee shop. And so he starts muttering this prayer with even more fervor. And I'm patient, I nod my head. And I see his mouth and he's spitting right into my face. I'm like, what the hell is this? You know, is he God's miracle worker? I'm doubtful of this, but I'm playing along. And he uncups my ears. And he goes, "Can you hear now?" And so what if I say no? What is the third thing going to be? Is he going to throw me down into the ground? And so I don't know what he's going to do. And so I'm trying to think quick. And so I see across the way, there's a guy playing didgeridoo. And so I look over, and I'm improvising. I'm an actor, right? And so I'm playing along, and I go, "Oh, I can hear! Look at this beautiful music!" And I look over there, "Oh, I can hear it! I can hear it!" And so I walk over to the guy, and I tip him $1, I tip him $1, and I go, "Hey, thank you, Lord!" And then after I get past, I go back to normal, to being fucking deaf. So I came here tonight to pay my respect to a good friend of mine, and his name is Dennis Webster. And the reason why I bring him up is because I'll never forget this moment. I'm about 12 years old, and my parents are hearing. And so they're sitting beside me in an audience, and we're watching a performance of Dennis Webster's, and my parents are laughing. At the same time, I was laughing. Simultaneously, the whole audience was reacting. And that was a really rare opportunity to have a deaf and hearing audience laugh at the same time, simultaneously, until our film Coda came out. And so I'm so grateful, hats off to Apple TV Plus for were brave enough and had the courage to burn in subtitles so everyone could enjoy our film. And that reached everyone. And now audiences are able to react together. And it doesn't matter if they're hearing or deaf or hard of hearing, but now my point is that at that theater stage when I was a kid, there wasn't a film, but imagine a live performance. And so I want to ask you a question. How many hearing people are in the audience? Raise your hand. Okay. And how many deaf people are here tonight? Okay. I see you. You guys see each other? So that's what's so beautiful about performance, is that we're all able to be under one roof. And we're all together, and we're able to react simultaneously. So I'd like to give you an opportunity to what this experience was like when I was a kid. It's called The Sports-Minded Man, and this was created by Dennis Webster. And so when I was a kid, I watched him perform this, and I was so inspired that I learned this part of his act. And so I would like to carry on this tradition. Are you ready? Okay, this is called Sports-Minded Man. I'd like to thank you. I gotta go. Love you all.
Troy Kotsur, how